Hey, I think we're live, finally. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Had to scarf some dinner real quick. I didn't think you guys wanted to watch that. I know I wouldn't want to watch it. How's everybody doing? What's everybody been up to? Like my little thing. I stole this from Killer Sushi. Pretty cool idea. Thanks, Killer Sushi. Stuck this thing on a tripod, so maybe it'd be a little easier. Nothing too spectacular planned for the evening. I just thought it would be fun to hang out while I'm down here getting some wrench on. The plan is to work on this little Honcho over here. Been kind of putting off working on this thing, but I don't know if a few of you read my little blurb on the Facebook page the other day. My daughter is basically getting really close to being able to drive one of these on her own, so I'm going to go ahead and get this thing finished up and going. And then, I don't know, I might work on some other stuff. I have several projects laying around, so it shouldn't be a problem finding something to do. What's up, Blazer King? Sean, good to see you. Dean, go to bed, man. Trust me, this is nothing worth staying up for. Unless you're really, really bored. Got all this foam laying around here. I'll show you something cool. I was using... Let me grab it. I was using this thing for my camera bag. It's a GoPro kind of sturdy case. It's kind of like a Pelican. It's O-ring sealed. It's a really nice case. Really liked it, but it was just too small. I wasn't fitting everything into it anymore, and I just ended up not using it, so not much point in doing that. So I picked up this thing at Home Depot. It's made by Husky. It's just, they call it like a technician's case or something. It's like just a tool case, a padded tool case. But I snaked some foam from work and basically converted this into my camera case. I'll be able to carry all my GoPros. Can carry all of my accessories and mounts and all that fun stuff, and then it has this nice little thing built in for carrying all your different mounts and different stuff. This is just going to be a lot more convenient and a lot easier because I carry these regular camcorders along with the GoPro, so that gives me a little more flexibility. And this whole thing was like $34. I just mounted some foam, cut some foam. Has like some tool things up here which didn't really fit anything. I ended up just cutting those off to make it flat. Glued that foam to it, and makes for a really nice camera case. I used it when we went to St. Louis 2-3 weeks ago. It worked really well. It's got these nice D-rings on it. which I put these little carburetor things, and then I can just hang my little painters, whatever you want to call it, my GoPro handle. Works pretty well. Pretty pleased with how that turned out. Fraction of the cost of what that other thing I bought cost, so pretty sweet. And it would just be cool for a tool bag if you guys wanted to use one for that. They're like 34 bucks at not Lowe's, Home Depot. Pretty sweet. Drink. Watching from Scotland. That's crazy. Any recommendations for a cheap aluminum SCX transmission case? Why do you need an aluminum transmission case? I guess is my question. BP makes a great one, but honestly, that's the only company I know of that makes them. Super Shafty, their super built transmission comes with the VP transmission cases. I don't know, HR, somebody probably makes them, but we all know HR's quality is hit and miss. I'm still running plastic cases on all my stuff. I don't see much reason to upgrade. Unless you're just going like full on bling, then spring for the VP stuff, of course. I didn't forget about you guys. I was looking forward to this all day at work. I haven't been down here wrenching much at all, so I was pretty happy to try and get some time to do that. My daughter is currently visiting her grandmother, so she may pop in here at any time, so it may become romper room hour. Just forewarning, I know some people don't like hearing or dealing with kids. Let's get some stuff here. I'm gonna mount my transmission. So I mounted my motor this morning because I was bored. This is a Novak 55 turn brushed motor. The only reason I'm running a Novak is because I bought this off of a club member who was selling out for $5. I figured you could beat that for $5. So I gotta mount this transmission in here. Electronics wise, obviously this is a budget build, going with the popular Fly Sky / Hobby King electronics setup, 2.4 gigahertz stuff. If you're on a budget, this is great stuff. It works really well. Lots of our guys run 100% on the Fly Sky stuff. Getting a 2.4 radio for like 25 bucks shipped is pretty dang cheap. Gonna be putting that in there. ESC, I'm going to be using a Castle Sidewinder I had laying around. I'm going to be repurposing that for brushed use. Servo I don't have yet. Hold on, I think someone's at the door. Nope, no one at the door. Just my dog, like, wagging her tail and hitting it. Fast Tracks is a cheap transmission case. I've never heard of Fast Tracks. Let's see. I don't have a battery tray for this. I think I'm going to rob the one off of probably my Honcho for a couple reasons. One is I don't have one for this. The other, ... crap. Wasn't aware I had so much of this stuff. VP just put out these electronics trays for the SCX. They have a whole deal, so you can basically replace your the rock sliders, the mounts that go on the side, slide your stock axle rock sliders in there, and then these electronics trays will bolt onto these, and then you can just use a regular Traxxas radio box if you want. So you can mount your electronics on one, and then on the other one mount up a battery or whatever. Get all those electronics from being up there so high. So I'm going to be installing this stuff soon, so I may get those pieces off of my Honcho. This is the panhard kit for the Curries, and then the chassis mounted servo, and then this is an updated panhard mount, which I haven't tried yet. It's going to be popping that on pretty soon. So first thing, I'm going to get this transmission mounted. It doesn't fall off anymore. I only scheduled this broadcast to go until 9 o'clock. Probably that's because I don't have my power adapter for my laptop, so the battery's sitting at 51%, so hopefully it lasts till then. So let's just say broadcast time will be limited by how much battery I have. What do you guys think of the new RC four-wheel drive rig? I don't know what it's called, the Jolande or Joe something. I saw DJ Medic was building one up. A couple other people have build videos series going on them. I don't know if any of you guys have seen them or anything yet. Ooh, that's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. Better get these reversed. I really should get the book out when I do this. That's no fun. I'm going to try and get Howard over here again for one of these online wrenching sessions. He's a pretty funny guy. He's pretty reserved when he knew we were broadcasting to the internet. So if I can get him to loosen up a little bit, he might be pretty good entertainment for you guys. If it were as simple as a backup power cord, Sean says an IT guy doesn't have a backup power cord. If it were simple as a backup power cord, I would definitely have one, but Apple's power adapters are $80, which is ridiculous. So, oh, somebody's back from Grandma's.
Your mom's really tired and oh, I forgot to bring those tomatoes and stuff. No, I didn't. They're out in the car.
Donna, where are you going?
I'll be right back. I'm just going to get the tomatoes out of the car.
Hi, baby.
I'll be right back.
Okay, you'll be right back.
Open that door, please. Open that door, please.
No, stay in here. No, you stay here. Hold on, I have to go chase my daughter. Hey, come on. Hi, Allie. Play with Dad's light. Say hi, YouTube.
Good with Daddy.
Here, Ellie, look right here. Right here. Say hi. Wave.
Hi.
This might get noisy if she decides to bust out on the old drum set back there. Need some shafts. These are the old school axial drive shafts. Had these laying around since my first AX10. They're actually axial yokes, and then axial drive shafts are, I think they're Traxxas slash CV shafts. So they actually work perfectly. I used to twist those off all the time, so it was handy to just be able to hit the hobby store and pick up some Traxxas parts to get it going again. You can see this one's shorter. There we go. Because I had a dig set up on there, so I gotta find some new shafts and get it back to the right length. I have to find the set drive shafts. Not in there. My Traxxas part box. It's not super well stocked yet. There we go. Brand new shaft, should work perfect. Oh! Thought I threw it on the floor. Pliers. Where have my pliers wandered off to? This is why you should always keep an organized shop. So how do you pronounce that? Gilland? Is it Gilland? Gilande? Gilandi? Is that an actual model of four-wheel drive? Anyway, I've been kind of curious about the RC four-wheel drive kits. I almost bought a TF2. And then when I saw them, I'm glad I held off because the scale just looked a little bit off to me. Which probably wouldn't be a big deal if you're just running by yourself, but the scale really drives me nuts whenever I'm driving with other people. Even having wraiths running with SCXs, for some reason I don't know, I'm like OCD or something. I'm just like, it just looks wrong. I gotta get this freaking out of there. There's one. Progress on the new shop. How's it going? It's good. I'm kind of done for now. Mainly because I ran out of money. I'm planning on shooting some stuff out there because I have the crawl thing out there, and pretty soon I'm going to be picking up the epoxy. Howard got me all the burlap I need to be able to cover it, so I'm going to go out there and get that epoxy on there. So I'll be shooting that from the new shop. Probably won't be streaming though because bandwidth out there just isn't very good. Unless I get some kind of wireless range extender or something. Why don't I remember how to do this? It's only been 3 or 4 years. Man, laptop battery's dropping faster than I thought it would. I might reconnect to this stream from my editing computer. I have to. Still working on the latest VP video, which is for the new Method 101s. I got everything shot. I just need to edit it. Maybe I'll do a live stream editing. Won't that be exciting? There's one. What are you guys working on? Anybody building anything cool? Post some videos out. There's no reason not to. I mean, what's somebody gonna do? Make fun of you? It's nerdy, we know it. I'd like to see what everyone else is doing. Apparently, you can do this streaming with Google Hangouts, which I'm only averaging between like 10, 15 tops people when I do this anyway, so you can probably fit that many in a Google Hangout. Eric says, hey Evil, my SCX10 is running a Castle SCT ESC at a 3800 kV setup. That's gotta be fast as shit. that's a pretty insane motor to put in a SCX10. So there we go, drive shafts. That's where you should post videos of. I want to see videos of an SCX10 with a 3800 kV brushless in it. I don't imagine it does much crawling, since I think that's a sensorless setup, probably, right? Probably cogs like crazy on the low end. Right, let's install some drive shafts. Should probably bust out the Loctite for this. What's up, Carlos? Saw you here last time. From Chile. What time is it in Chile right now? You guys seen Harley's latest vid? Guy's not even home. He's in freaking Chicago for the last 2 weeks, and he's still pumping out videos. He's on a mission. Pumping out videos from the hotel room. More dedicated than I, but I suppose he's probably bored off his ass up there. So maybe I would be doing videos if I could. He took the Wraith with him, apparently. So you gotta have something to do while you're up there. What's up, Jay Crawler? Yeah, I know, it's not super exciting, but it's kind of fun to just hang out while we're doing this. I dig that as much as anything. I was gonna just delete these, because when you do this, it uploads it to your YouTube channel, and I just feel like if it's on my channel, I feel like I should have some entertainment value other than, you know, what's going on at the moment. And I was gonna just delete them, but the last one I did is like, I mean, granted it's been a few weeks ago, but it had like 600 views. People are just gonna watch archive of an old stream. It's kind of weird, so I don't know. I just created a playlist and said this is nothing more than a stream, so don't complain to me if it's boring. I guess I'll keep them up there. I just think it would be cool if we could do this in a Google Hangout, and everybody could have a stream going. And everybody could check out what everyone else is doing. I've always been a little bit, I don't know what the term would be. I just like to see other people's shops and what other people are working on. Whenever I go to a friend's house and when I'm in their shop, I'm always just like walking around, just looking at all the stuff. So, that's probably the last time that will ever get tightened down. It'd be cool to be able to see everybody's stuff. Maybe I'll do that for the 2,000 sub contest. Have all the entrants make a video about their RC man cave or something to that effect. Still thinking about that. Still trying to come up with some prizes. I'm sure I can scrounge up something around here. I have some 1.9 wheels and tires laying around I could give away. Somebody might dig. I don't know if that's going to stay on there or not. Just wondering if my hex driver here is finally giving up. I have a feeling I'll be fixing that on the trail, or in the driveway, or wherever this thing is going to get driven. Got some drive shaft action. Woohoo! What I should do with these, I should throw them away. Throw them in there. They'll end up being there for 2 years. SCX10 dual, you know. Doug Welker from the Show Me Scalers Club built a dually out of his Honcho, and he just did it just to screw around, but he said the performance was so good he decided to leave it. He actually drove it that way in the G6, what I thought was kind of cool. A lot of people digging the dually. I need to talk to Dinky about that, maybe, because he had like the, you know, fenders and stuff. Dinky makes the nice fender kit for the SCX10. He needs to make one with like a really big flare on it to go out over a dually. That might be kind of cool. Maybe Matt will be into that, I don't know. Well, I guess I can mount a receiver. This poor ESC, my dog actually got a hold of it. She broke the case. I'm just going to glue it back. I don't know if I should unsolder this middle wire or just leave it. Probably just leave it. Pop some shoe goo in there. Smell of this stuff just takes me back. It reminds me of building like old models back when I was a kid. Anybody ever build the old plastic jets and stuff? What do you think about, Carlos says, what do you think about the stock drive shafts? I think they're okay for SCX10, but too weak for the Wraith. I agree with that. For the SCX, they seem to hold up pretty good. I mean, they'll wear in and eventually break if you get a bunch of run time, but and for the Wraith, they work okay on stock power, but if you upgrade, you'll twist them off right away. Squirrel did a video I saw probably a year or two ago where he shoe-gooed some piano wire down in the inside of those drive shafts. The whole problem with those drive shafts is they're hollow. And when you put a bunch of torque on them, since it's hollow, you know, they twist up. That if you put that piano wire in there, it basically fills up that gap and doesn't allow them to crush. So they have a lot more strength that way. And I heard guys are running brushless power on those with no problem like that. So check out his video on that, because that's a great tip. I didn't do it. I just went out and bought MIPs. Having trouble posting comments. I don't know. YouTube was having some issues. When I tried to hit it from another computer a minute ago, and it came up in like old school HTML mode. So even the mighty Google runs into technical difficulties. Wow, this battery is really going out to 22% already, so this may not work all that well. How's the audio sound on this? Cars and hot rods, yep, I built some of those. Sean says he built some more cars, hot rods over planes. I built planes, aircraft carriers, hot rods. This like 79 Camaro comes to mind more than anything. It was like black and had like orange and red trim on it. It had a big supercharger sticking out of the hood. It was like my favorite thing I ever built ever. I had a super hard on for Trans Ams when I was a kid, even though I'm from a Ford family. Dean says he's working on a Losi 8. Blew my engine last race. Nitro, huh? Yep. Haven't done nitro in a while. It's a huge pain in the ass whenever things aren't going right, but it sure is fun when everything's working. Really enjoy racing 8th scale nitro buggies, but just not something I do a lot, or anymore anyway. Used to be there. Well, there still is. There's a huge 8th scale racing scene here. Fast Lane Raceway, Fast Lane Hobby in Blue Springs, Missouri, built a pretty incredible off-road track. I think Jared Tebow came out and helped him with the layout. It's pretty freaking gnarly. It looks like a supercross track. Huge jumps. I've never driven on one of these modern 8th scale tracks. I always drove on a couple of the local tracks. Real RC from Steve Hale. I don't know if you guys know who he is. Local racer and track owner. He's, I've raced his tracks for years. And then North Missouri Raceway. He built what's it called? Novelty RC. Pretty fantastic off-road track. If you Google his website, he's got lots of pictures of I swear it's the most beautiful off-road track I've ever seen. He keeps it super groomed. It's all painted PVC around it. It's pretty much a work of art and really fun to drive on. And Rex is a super nice guy. I've raced him a few times. Does a really nice job with his tracks. But like I say, I just don't get to race much anymore, or at all anymore, really. I'm getting that bug though, wanting to race. KG Flyer 55 says, "Hey Evil, sorry for the dumb noob question, but looking to buy my first crawler. What are your thoughts? Wraith RTR, Wraith Kit, the Poison Spider SCX. Audio is good. Awesome. Glad to hear it. I was concerned because I recorded some video with this the other day. I'm going to edit it and put it out. It was when I finished the Wraith and built up the curries for it and all that, but the audio was just jacked, so I'm going to have to re-record voiceover for it. That's why I was asking. First crawler, what are my thoughts? This is probably the question I get the most. It really depends on what you like to do. I'll answer it like I've answered it before. The Wraith is a crawler basher. It goes, it's faster, it's 2.2, it handles a little more punishment, bigger suspension, bigger tires, it handles punishment a little more, so you can bash it or crawl it. It's pretty versatile. It's not a great basher, it's not a great crawler, but it does both pretty well. So, if you're going to have one model, that's a pretty good one to have, especially if you like going fast and jumping and stuff. The SCX is the one I enjoy more. I like the Wraith, just don't get me wrong, but SCX I enjoy a little more because it's more scale. If you have 1.9s, don't even get me started on SCXs with 2.2s. I just don't like the way that looks. But yeah, the SCX as a 1.9 is just more fun to me. it's slower, it's more mellow, it looks cooler, you know, going through trails and crawling over stuff. Like I say, the whole thing for me scaling isn't going fast and bashing, it's just, you know, taking it out there and having a good time with friends, and you know, it just looks cool to drive. So that's what I prefer. But you know, those are the strengths basically between both of them. They're both great rigs. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. Alrighty, battery's at 15%, so if this cuts off abruptly, you guys know what happens. Know what happened. If it does cut off, I'll try and jump on the other computer. I don't know if it'll let me continue the stream over there, but I can try it. And dumb noob question, I'm not a person that thinks there's dumb noobs. I mean, I've seen people do dumb noob things, but you know, like I say, don't hesitate to ask me any questions, because I'm not going to say, oh, you're below me because you don't know this or whatever. There's plenty I don't know, so why wouldn't anybody giving me shit when I ask questions? So if you want to be, you know, ask questions judgment free, you know, feel free to hang around. I'll do what I can. Let's see where we're at. I need a servo. I don't have one yet. I need to come up with something on the cheap. I might have to. I think I have an old high-tech. I could probably rob out of something over there. I ended up with more RC cars than I ever planned on having, so I end up coming up short on servos and all that fun stuff. Let's go see what I got. I have a Futaba 9451, which is, it's like a helicopter radio or a helicopter servo or a racing buggy servo. I think it's only around, it's lightning fast, but I think it's only around 74 ounces of torque, which isn't really going to cut it. Oh no, 120 ounces of torque. Imagine that. Kind of a high-end servo to be putting in this thing though, because I kind of want to use all low-end electronics. This is my friend Tom's, who I was going to buy from him, but then he moved to Thailand before I could pay him, so what do you do? I'm running on reserve battery power. Have found this is going to cut off soon, guys. Apologize. We'll jump over to the other computer. I didn't know this thing would be that battery intensive. Both processes are just hammered 100%, so it chews up battery really fast. Hey, before I run out of juice, I want you guys to check this out. This has been my other huge hobby lately. This is my DJI F450 flame wheel with a NASA M controller. Put GPS on this thing the other day. Really cool. With the FPS you can fly. I've had it out up to a mile now. I'm gonna push it out to 1.5 miles, which is the supposed range of the video transmitter, but really cool to get this thing way out there. And you know, you take your goggles off and you can't see the thing anywhere, but you know, you have the presence of it being right there. If you guys or anybody's on the fence about getting into these things, they are a blast. Really enjoying it. That's kind of where a lot of my spare time is going. Battery's at 10%. Alright, I'm gonna this thing's dying fast, so I'm gonna kick it off and jump over there and see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll post up a comment and let you guys know so you guys aren't hanging around here. But I'm gonna jump over to that computer and see if it's gonna work. So hopefully I'll catch you guys over there. Are we back? You hear me okay? Looks like I'm getting audio. Pretty crazy that I got that set up that fast. Because the streaming app isn't all that friendly to use. Put you on a tripod here so it's not just a camera flopping all over the place. Awesome, well that's handy to know. Unfortunately, can't do any wrenching from over here. I wonder if I can hook this to an IP cam. Doesn't look like it. The question is, what do I do now? I don't have anything to wrench on. I guess I can show you guys some video footage I'm working on. It's like, you getting a lot of microphone feedback off of that fan. Audio is good. Cool. Amazing that that went as smoothly as it did. Since it was just kind of a off the cuff kind of a thing. Here, we'll put you in a temporal rift. Freaky. So this is the this is my editing computer. 21-inch iMac. It's a quad-core i5 with 12 gigs of RAM. This is what I do all my editing on. Which, this is a good excuse because I've been... Last weekend was my daughter's birthday, and so I didn't get any editing done. And this weekend I was planning on cranking this video out, so... I can show some of these shots to you guys if you want to see them. Sorry, I'm going to try and get this other window going here real quick so I can see comments and stuff. Otherwise, it's not nearly as much fun for me. This is on computer number 2 here. Got some static. Oh, let me turn this off. Is that any better? There's computer fans over here too, so it's going to be a little more noisy. Yeah, I can see the delay there. It's several seconds. Let's move you over here. This feels a little bit weird doing this. This is what I do a lot of my editing in, just for simplicity's sake. This is just iMovie, which comes on any Macintosh, so any Joe Schmo with a Mac can pump out anything as mediocre as I do. I have Final Cut Pro, and I use it now and then, but it's a lot more time intensive for me to use it. So for these videos, I'm able to produce decent results using just iMovie. And iMovie is more stable than Final Cut in some respects. I've had to pull stuff out of Final Cut and move it into iMovie to finish it, because it'll do dumb things like lose audio sync and stuff like that. So let's maximize this. Oh, this is taxing this computer a lot more than I thought it would. Should probably turn that down. All right. Here's all the footage from the Recon G6. There we go. Method 101 wheel. Here's all the assembly video. All that fun stuff. All the stuff where it takes me half an hour to get one wheel to mount. Here's some of the cool, product shots that I shot out at Goat Hill. I do a couple different takes usually, because I always screw up or do something wrong. These will probably be the opening shots. In the video. Yeah, there's me running into a rock. Okay, let's reset and try that again. Actually, that was my wife running into a rock. She was driving for this shot. I'm like, no, go around the rock. So there's a few decent shots in here. So it looks like this live stream will go from wrenching on a rig to editing video. We'll see how many people drop off. Coming through on vocals, eh? Try muting this all the way. Still using the same. Maybe it's because I'm too close to that mic. That mic's right on top of that camera. Try to move it away from me a little bit. All right. Method 101s are already started. It looks like I did. Looks like I did the final render of the G6 video in this project. So, highlight all this and get it out of here. Bye-bye. Let's see how this looks. Sorry about this. I wasn't really planning on doing this. Alright. So I have my intros already done. I've had these for years. So I'll just keep those. I'll drop that in there. Oops, I'm using the wrong intro. This is a VP video. Oops. So I need to find my VP intros. There they are. This is that cool intro that I'm not sure if Tom did this or one of his family members did it. I don't know. I think it turned out pretty cool, but drop that in there. And then from here, I just kind of start composing. Like I kind of have in my head how the voiceover is going to go. It's going to say, hey, Evil here, here's these new wheels. So I'll just grab, this is kind of an introductory. Well, I usually do one of these first, which is, you know, kind of a nice, I don't know. I think in film terms they call it a hook, which is you show something kind of cool up front, which you show something, you know, you get an intro, and then you'll cut to, like, you know, here's a really nice looking shot of the product, and hopefully this makes the person want to watch more. And then you cut to, you know, here's the new product, and then a little bit about it. It's made out of good stuff. Just details about each thing. A little bit about how it goes together. See, we're screwing in some stuff. But I'll basically just kind of start rough assembling it like that and get kind of a basic build going. And then from there I'll start composing a voiceover. And then I'll write and record a voiceover, and then I'll cut all of this around it. Sometimes I'll have to re-record 3 or 4 times, or even go back and grab pickup shots. That's not uncommon at all. It takes me, I think, around, and this is just due to working around work and real life and other things, it takes me around a month to do one, just to get time to sit down and do it all, fitting everything in. A lot of times I'm waiting on getting action shots. So I have to wait for an event to come around, or weather to be right, just to be able to get out and get an action shot. If I'm boring you guys, just let me know. It says there's 12 people watching, so. $2:30 now. Haha, what am I thinking? Yes. Dean, go to bed, dude. Seriously. We're only going to be doing this for about another half an hour anyway, and it's going to be real exciting video editing. I really want to get the Google Hangouts thing going, because I think it'd be cool to be able to, you know, go, oh, check this video out, this is really cool. Or check out, you know, this producer, they do really good stuff. I haven't watched this video by Joe Ferguson yet. He does pretty good stuff. A lot of these RC producers are from Canada. Canada, eh? I don't know if you guys have seen this or not. Curtis Youngblood is a, I don't know, professional, whatever, a very talented 3D helicopter pilot. who's gotten into quad rotors. He's built like this 3D quad rotor. He doesn't fly in this video, but this thing has done stuff I've never seen a quad rotor do. So, pretty crazy stuff. Here's some of my drift subscriptions, lots of drift videos. I love watching RC drift videos. You see most of my stuff is RC. Joe Ferguson, DJ Medic, Crawler Ted, RC Nightmare, Blue Star for You. He's a pretty good RC drifter. He makes some pretty decent videos. Rollin' Rock Shop. Anyway, sorry, I'm just rambling. If you guys are bored, let me know. Sorry, I was reading. So here's the wheel. Here's how to assemble it. Get some carpal tunnel while you screw in 100 tiny little screws. Here's how you bolt it together. Here's what it looks like when it's bolted together. Gotta have some hubs. That's another thing I get tons of questions about, SLW hubs. And I guess I understand. Before I bought VP wheels, I just didn't understand the whole hub system. And when you're ordering, you're afraid to order because you don't want to get the wrong size, blah, blah, blah. That's the biggest thing I get is about hubs. What hubs do I need for this? What hubs do I need for that? I don't always know. So I just tell people what I'm running. It, you know, seems to work all right. Yeah, let's check out some of these shots I can show you guys. This little garage thing, Matt from Dinky RC built, and a couple other guys from the club helped him out. But it's a cool little scale garage thing. Pretty awesome looking. There's the Honcho with the new wheels. Here's my wife driving the Honcho. You guys get to see the extreme rough cut of what this stuff looks like. Just a couple different spots along the trail at Goat Hill. There's my daughter. She's hanging out while I'm shooting. If you guys ever get the chance, you got to check out Goat Hill. It is a fantastic place to drive an RC scaler. One of the only places, I mean, I've seen some good places in RC crawler, but one of the only places that there's scale trails. It's not just like driving entire tracks on full-size trails. They're actual. Jerry did a nice job. He's kind of got everything outlined as far as you can see the trail while you're driving, and it feels like a real scale trail while you're driving. I'm sorry if I'm blowing you out because my mouth is right by the mic. Let's see what this looks like real quick. It looks okay, I guess. Shake the GoPro around a whole bunch. I'll try and lean back so I'm not blowing you out with the audio. This is all stuff I shot during the comp. So I'm out there supposed to be setting in a time, and I'm stopping at all these areas and grabbing video shots here and there. It's my daughter doing a little trail maintenance there. Getting some mean glare off the screen, aren't you? Sorry about that. See if I can hang this down a little. Some of the other Goat Hill contestants out on the trail while I was shooting. So I got all these people going around me while I'm gathering video shots. This is on a section of the trail called Hamburger Hill. Probably one of the toughest climbs on the trail, and it's not any huge rocks or anything, but it's just really, really, really rough. Like last year when they had everybody running real close together, this is the spot where there was just huge hang-ups, huge backups of trucks trying to get up this section of the hill. For whatever reason, my Honcho would go up it really easily. I was running the ripsaws last year, and I pretty much drove right up it, but the wraiths and stuff really had trouble on this section because I think because they were so wide, a narrower truck went up this a lot easier. So if anything, you guys are getting kind of a preview or a bit of a look at Goat Hill as a person being there instead of in a kind of a polished video where you only see little sections here and there. There's my daughter helping out. It's a bit of a tricky section to drive. Actually fell off of here with my Wraith. Well, maybe that'll be my opening shot. And then I don't give away that cool looking garage thing in the background at the beginning of the video. I like to try and save the cool stuff in the video till the end, or at least this, you know, what I consider cool. Looks like I'm boring everybody to death. People are dropping off. Sorry, didn't plan on the laptop battery running dead on me. Imagine the more of these I do, the better I'll get at it. Oh, never mind. I'll jump back up there. Okay, there's something else shooting video while I'm shooting video. I didn't even notice that while I was driving. He was just shooting pictures. We had a bunch of guys come up from, there's a scale club down towards Columbia, Missouri. And a bunch of those guys came up for this event. And it was more like out-of-towners than it was locals. So that was definitely a change for me. I show up there and it's all different people. Didn't really recognize anyone, which was cool. Everyone was nice, and some people came up and introduced themselves, and we had a good time. This is probably getting close to where I stopped shooting. This is probably my favorite section of the trail at Goat Hill. Just really looks like a real canyon when you're driving through there. It's got a good feel. Pretty cool. Looks nice always when there's rock in the background. I wish we had enough bandwidth at Goat Hill to be able to stream from there. That would be really cool, especially if we could do wireless, take a camera out on the trail. Would be fun. You know. Oh, missed a bunch of questions here. It wasn't updating. Sorry about that. I'd love to do Google Hangout. Need to know how to do it. I'll look into that, Dean. I'll look into that Google Hangout thing. I'll figure it out. Really wish my YouTube channel worked out, but my accent is bad and I can't edit. You could fake a different accent. Fake like a Texan accent or something. Sean says, does the club allow non-members to buy t-shirts? Probably. If you contacted Jerry, he'd probably be happy to sell you one. But I do these on the weekends. Yeah, it's my plan to do these on Friday nights if I can. But the whole deal is sometimes the wife wants to go out and, you know, family time and stuff. So I might try and do one maybe like once a month or something. I'd like to get some people to come over. I'll have Howard over, or maybe Harley or somebody, and do a kind of a Friday night deal. Harley, he used every Friday night, man. There were people wrenching at his house and his shop, and I don't know if that's still going on or not, but I'll check in with him on that. That would be cool to stream a session from there, because unlike me, that guy, you know, they do some crazy cool stuff in his shop. He's got a CNC, he has a mill, like, you know, they'll fab stuff right there. I've seen them build axles and wheels and things like that, so that would be cool if I could do that maybe once a month. So yeah, I will try and keep that in mind. Tonight I plan on wrenching, and that was the whole reason I decided to do the live stream, just because it kind of keeps it interesting, getting the feedback and stuff. So I don't know, we're about 15 till, 14 till. I don't really have much else to show. Wonder if I got some other video stuff here laying around I can show you. I know one thing, I gotta take some pictures for Jerry tonight, DMG. He is gonna start getting real hot and heavy on producing these stiffy kits for the Wraith. I don't know, did I ever show you guys my Wraith when it was all done? Let me flip on some light here. Sounds like my daughter's trying to break in. Hello. What are you doing, Stinker?
Open that door for you.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hard door to open.
Where are you guys going?
Nowhere.
Allie, you want to do a drum solo for everybody?
Yeah. I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, get back there and bang on some drums.
Alright.
All right.
Do you want Grandma to hold that other thing?
Grandma.
I'm listening.
She'll be able to hear you. Make some noise.
Go, girl.
Now you're shy.
Yay! You did it. Do some more.
Play. Do a drum roll.
Is that a drum roll?
No.
Come on, do the drum roll.
She's being shy because we want her to play.
It's okay.
Play. Hit some cymbals.
Go, go, go.
Maybe a bad thing. Kick that off. You gonna play? She's being shy.
Mama, where are you going?
You're done, huh? Guess that's it. Oh, that's where the feedback's coming from. Sorry. Other computer was on. So yeah, sorry about that. Next time I'll make sure and have my power adapter. I reckon gets a little more wrenching done. I'll just hang out here for the next few minutes. I don't know, I'm not seeing comments coming in, so I don't know if you guys are just not commenting or if it's broken. Looking at the wrong window, I think. Oh, there they go. KG Flyer, nice quad, Evo. I love the NASA too. Try a tricopter if you get a chance. They're a blast. The tricopters are cool. They look pretty cool, and supposedly they fly a little more smooth. My whole issue with the tricopter is that it uses a servo, and the cool thing about a quadcopter to me is how durable the thing is. And without servos, you don't, unless you bash a motor really hard, probably not going to hurt it if it smacks the ground. You might break frame or something, and I don't know, the servo just kind of adds another level of difficulty, I think, as far as getting everything set up. But supposedly they fly really well, but then again, so do a regular helicopter once you've got them all set up. Yeah, I really enjoy the NASA. One of the guys on our club, Mad Bass Massacre, I don't know, I can't remember what his name is. His name's Caleb, but he flies a tricopter to do video with, and it looks like it flies really well. It's kind of a beastly looking thing, but seems to fly all right. You envision Vinnie Paul. Vinnie Paul is one of my favorite drummers, actually. I don't really listen to, Pantera that much anymore, but Vinnie Paul is definitely One of my favorites. Good metal drummer. Got those things out because I'm going to be doing a video with those. I have to brush up because I kind of suck, but just as a video experiment to do audio syncing and cutting in all these different things. So it's going to be for a video experiment basically, but I'm basically going to be doing kind of a, I don't know, music video, me playing probably a drum cover or something, but just different angles, different lighting, and syncing up to other music. It's just going to be a bit of an exercise. Hopefully it doesn't turn out to be a joke. Grab my soda. Well, that went flat really fast. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like I'm just rambling now. It's probably not showing you guys anything interesting, so maybe we'll just cut it off. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I said I'd end this at 9. It's in 4 minutes, so last time I cut off the stream because things weren't going right. Me and Howard were working on some LEDs, and I got a little bit of hate for that. Hey, what's going on? Laptop went dead, so. What? I can't hear you. I'm good. I went flat really fast.
Charge it up.
It was charged, but it just ran down really fast.
Are you still doing your...
Yeah, you want me to point?
No.
You don't want to be on
No.
YouTube?
I don't.
Should we put her on YouTube?
The Chicky Bunny?
Chicky Bunny? No. Do you have the Dinky Honcho interior kit? If so, can we see it? I do have one. Let me go grab it. Let's flip this up here. She's tired. Did she not have a nap today? No. I haven't even cracked this open yet. These are available at dinkyrc.com. For those of you who don't know, this is an interior kit that basically goes right inside a Honcho body and covers up all the guts inside. Oops. Drop a sticker. Can't drop the sticker. So it's basically you have a dash. You have, oops. These are the seats. And the dash basically has double-side tapes up here. This is made out of styrene. You can get it in black or white styrene. And you just trim this. And then it has door panels that go on either side of it so that when you look at the side of the thing, you have a nice door panel to look at on the inside. It really gives the inside of it a nice look. Really finish it off nice. And then if you use some of the axial scale stuff they give you with the different kits, they have steering wheels and door handles and all kinds of different stuff. That stuff's really awesome to help finish it. What?
What are you doing?
You gonna say hi to everybody?
Say hi, everybody.
You just gonna sit there and be cute? Make a face. Stick your tongue out.
Say hi, everybody.
Alright, sorry about that. She's really fascinated with seeing herself on video. That's why she got a video camera for her birthday. Big surprise, right? Matt includes some dinky, these are stickers for the dash, so you can detail out your dash kit. It gives you two different types, kind of a chrome and then a black. You can use to finish that out. Pretty cool. I've already tracked down the AR-15 I'm going to mount in the back window of mine so I can be full on redneck. Alright, there's the 9 o'clock hour. Unless you guys have any more questions, I'm going to cut it off here and probably forget this one happened since it was such a disaster. I'll try and do it when I have something more interesting to show you guys. I'm just sitting here blabbering. Anything else you want to see on this interior kit? Nope, that looks like it, so what? As far as when I'm going to install this, I don't know. I've had this for a while and I just haven't tackled it yet. My assumption is this winter when I'm in here and it's freezing cold outside and I'm bored. Probably when I'll put this in. Matt probably had a sooner time frame in mind when he gave this to me, but I think it's doing alright without my help, so. This doesn't tax this computer nearly as bad as the laptop. So anyway, no questions coming in. I guess I'll just cut it off here. I will, Mr. Dean from Scotland, I'll try and do this on a weekend so you can stay up later. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for hanging out.